We are at a new track this week for the Zane Fleming Motorsports iRacing League season number 3 of 2022 with the GT4 cars. And this week, as you look down from the blimp view, this is Fuji, a brand new track for iRacing that we decided to incorporate in our league. So to talk more about Fuji, here's my co-host Lexi.
Hello. So is this like Mount Fuji or
Yes.
is it Mount Foodie? Because I'd eat it.
Oh, well, it looks like an ice cream cone on top. All right, so why don't you go over our race info at the Fuji Speedway.
It is. We're in Japan, not Chinese. Wait. I think that says no Chinese food.
No, it says no chicane.
Oh. Okay.
Yes, there is Chinese food in Japan.
Oh, yeah. The temperature is... Wait, that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
The temperature is 105.
That's the track temp. That's how hot it is on track, even though it's 78 degrees in the sim. So how about we find out who ended up where in week number 2 as everyone's getting used to the new cars. So Justin Hall on pole with a 141.3, and I'm pretty sure he's probably going to beat that with a faster time in the race. Andrew Gaterick is second. Ollie Belanger is back in third. Ryan Flannery in fourth. Jesse Olson in fifth. Michael Day is in sixth. Tom Jessen in seventh. Glad to have him back. Quentin is back again after his Daytona debut there, and in eighth. Chris Wells moving up the leaderboard in qualifying and speed in ninth. Justin Dive Bomber Barrera in 10th. Bjorn Strange. See, I did it because you did it. Sorry, Bjorn. Bjorn Stange in 11th. Dean back for the first race this time in 12th place. Zane in 13th. Bradley in 14th. Kevin in 15th. And Michael Cabrera for Family Racing is in 16th. And Swift Racing, which is Shane, went into first track racing Brown on 17th place. So that is a starting lineup that we have for everybody.
I just have to say, what is your poison today?
What is my poison today? My poison today is Wolf Moon Bourbon, which is made by Jason Aldean.
Very interesting.
Yep, it's very good. One of my go-tos. What are you drinking today?
Well, just my secret recipe.
Of?
Well, it wouldn't be a secret if I told you.
Oh, well, I mean, we are on television.
So it's 2 cherries with cherry juice plus a can of Sprite. And what's that thing that you bought?
Grenadine?
Cringy.
Cringy? Yep. All right. So here are the guys that are lined up. You can see that some of the cars have some new paint jobs this week. Would like to point out some of the more interesting ones if we can get a little bit closer. There's Justin Hall with Family Motorsport, and if the car looks a little familiar, even though it's a Mercedes, the paint job is definitely from the Fast and the Furious Supra that they had in there. Friend Motorsport over there on the right, which is Andrew Gaterick in that one, putting on one of their great liveries that they have for their team. Who else do we have? We can't see it in the back, but there's Jesse Olson. See if there's a better version of that one somewhere. Let's see, where's Brad? I think he's on. There he is. There's Brad in the back. So it's an 80s retro theme, and some of the other groups going with a little more monochromatic stuff. So happy to see things going here. I think I hear the cars revving up, which means there they go. They are off. And there is our Pace Porsche. Kind of a boring compared to all of our fun liveries that we have. As they go around the back part of the class. So you see the first 3 rows on the outside lane is all Friend Motorsport 1, 2, 3, even though they didn't qualify that way. But that is kind of interesting to see that. It's nice to see that some of the teams, are here as a group as well, which has kind of made it really fun, with some dive bombing, MRing, which is Mother Racing, which is fun. And also Three's Company, which is Matt Carroll, Kevin, and Dean. So we'll see how these things pan out. So Fuji is a new track for us. It does have a wicked long straight. Ask me how long it is.
How long is it?
Very long. You can eat a yogurt by the time you get to turn 1. That's where Shane's going to be. Shane's going to be in turn 1. Oh, yay? Okay.
Wait, no, I said okay.
Oh, okay. So because this straight is so very long, there goes the pace car finally, as Justin Hall is going to lead them all the way for the second half of this big, gigantic track. And so there he goes. He puts the hammer down. Everyone else is following suit, and the cars start to fan out with a pretty wide track here, which is nice. At least we're passing Jesse Olsen way on the inside, trying to get some speed as they're heading into the first one.
If I were in one of these races and the pit car was just there and I was in the front, I'd just, try to wreck it if I...
Yep. Oh, there's some bumper bashing going on there with Justin Hall and bumper bashing. Have a few more bourbons and you can pretty much say anything. All right, heading through. So here's the front of the pack. So everything's kind of squeezed and squished up. With new track, guys are going to find some speed, find some new lines, out there. And track temp was pulling up is way wide. Andy Gator, it goes way out there, going into one of the turns before the hairpin, and still tight with a lot of this group as they are going through everything.
Hey, where's the snack lady?
I don't know. Where is the snack lady? I'm getting hungry. I think she's working tonight at her job.
Oh.
Yeah, so maybe she'll bring something home for us this time.
That's not peanut butter?
Yeah, maybe not peanut butter. We'll see. All right, so as they're rounding through this is really the tight section, the third sector that's through here. It's really a lot of patience. So, Japanese tracks are very, very technical. They force you to actually take a lot more patience. Look at that group at Gaggle right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cars all bunched together. Some of them going wide, getting some off track. So there goes their bonus points for having a perfect race, which is going to be tough here. Oh, somebody goes around and looks like Dean gets collected as well. So a couple cars out. So it looks like it was like Justin. It was Justin Barrera and Dean Dibdahl getting caught up, getting on the gas with some cold tires there, spun the car around, facing the wrong way, and get caught up. This is a great shot. Look at all those cars. Oh, there goes Andy Gator diving on the inside of Justin Hall. He's going to jam on those brakes and take the slow round in. And, it's early in the race, so it was very smart of Justin not to really push the issue too much there. As Ollie out front in his Podium Hunter car, which doesn't have a team at the moment, we're going to put one together for him and then, backdraft the points.
What was I going to say?
I don't know. What were you going to say? You nudged me like you had something to say.
I didn't nudge you. You nudged me.
Oh, you had your hand up.
Okay, so, oh, wait, man, I'm so forgetful.
Oh, did you just snort?
I get it from Cassie.
Oh, my goodness. All right, Andrew Gaterick in second place, so he's right back where he started from on the grid, but Ollie moved up from third to first, and Justin went back from first to third. So, that's a nice little jump right there. You can see the cars catching air as they come around that last corner. And, some of those guys in sixth gear, and just before they jam on the brakes down to fourth gear and do a little hop, get the car unsettled. Some guys might get beat up for it, but some guys may not.
He is definitely lit.
Who's lit?
You.
I'm not. Not yet. I'm not lit yet. But and I'm talking about like
I should probably take that beer away.
Yeah, I mean, not lit like the new kids. New kids lit means just like being happy or something, but, or excited. I don't know. But lit in my generations means you are just slap drunk.
I remember what I was gonna say.
What were you gonna say?
Okay, so if anybody doesn't remember, it is illegal to synchronize car dance here. Oh, look at that line of cars.
It is. So let's go back up to the front because Ollie, there it is. Ollie and Andrew, whoa, that was close. The three of them still stuck together like they just shared a big tube of glue on their toothbrush. And it looks like Jesse is now making up time. But Ryan Flannery right behind him. So you see a lot of this Mercedes. So it was a new Mercedes came out this year for GT4 and really follows suit with what's going on with the IMSA guys. There's a couple teams that are using the car, and it's actually, I believe, one of the cars in IMSA at this week is leading the championship. I forgot the team name even. I just watched them. But anyway, so it's just a pretty potent car. So it seems to be, since it's one of the newer cars on the iRacing service, that it's usually doing a little bit better. But some people were talking about that the car needs to be balanced in performance to match some of the other cars, because it seems like they have a little bit more advantage going in. But here's Ollie in that BMW, which might be the only BMW I think in the field today. You know how we ask me how I check?
How do you check?
You hit this button right here, and then hit that button right there. So yep, Ollie is the lone BMW that is here. A ton of Mercedes, a lot of Astons too. So I know the Mad Racing Meatball Motorsports is using the Aston as well. So who else is in the Aston? Oh, Quentin is in the Aston.
Pass up the race.
Who is it?
Justin.
Yep. So they're going 3 wide into turn 1. Oh, maybe 2 wide. But Ollie's protecting the inside as they go around. But oh, look at that outside move by Andrew Gatorick, and he is getting down on the hammer, but definitely not on the good side of the track. Oh, almost coming together through those guys, but closing through. But everything's starting to pan out just a little bit. Here's Bjorn towards the back. Unfortunately, I think he got tied up into one of the melees that are back there. There's Michael Cabrera, went a little wide and allowed Justin Barrera to go through. So Banana Man dropping back a little bit in his Porsche, but nonetheless he will find some speed throughout the night. What you got?
I hope everybody is doing something very fun this weekend, because I know we definitely are.
What are we doing this weekend?
We are going to sleep on the lake.
On the lake, or?
Well, no, we're going to my uncle's boathouse, lake house.
Yep, we're going to visit and hang out with some family down in Birmingham at Smith Lake, and at the lake house that they have, and just hang out on the boat and have a good time. So I know you're excited and you want to do some fishing as well.
And then I'll read on the dock.
And not sleep in the water.
No, that would be horrible.
Yep.
I don't want to get leeches.
All right, so here we're at an in-cockpit view with Bradley, who is giving chase to Kevin Medina. And Kevin, even though he's in the draft, maybe Brad's working on a different setup with a little more downforce in it, which is not allowing him to really take advantage of what's going on in the draft.
Can we sit in the side seat?
The side seat?
Yeah, I don't like sitting on Bradley.
Oh, and there's always, he's kind of busy driving a car right now.
Yeah, so,
How's that?
Yeah.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Now you can tickle his neck and bother him while he's driving? Not my neck.
Are you ticklish?
Me? No, I'm not ticklish.
Oh, wait, it won't be his helmet's in the way, right?
Could be.
So how do they drink water?
Through a tube.
Ew.
All right, so back to the guys out front. Oh, look at that fight for third place. We have Justin Hall, Jesse Olsen, and Ryan through there, all bunched up, as the first 3, still a second apart from each other, are definitely strung out just enough that there's a little bit of leeway in there. But with the long front straight, really allows people to catch up to the guys in front, about to use the draft. And what's different about these cars, with the GT4s, the draft comes in a little bit earlier, so you could be 1.1, 1.2-ish seconds away and still be able to sniff the draft and get a little bit of tow out there.
Do they clean the tube?
The drink tube?
Yeah.
Yeah, just like you would clean the straw.
Okay, good, because I thought they use it over and over again, and that'd just be gross. So they have crusties.
So look at these guys. They are definitely...
Pass a slap.
Yep, they are fighting. Yep, they're definitely holding into there's Ollie defending the inside as everyone stays about where they were. They get a little bit closer. Let the guys up front bank some more doors, and that allows Justin Hall to get that much closer to these guys as they're really trying to defend lines and not take the faster way. So we've got first 6. We have a little group back there to Chris Wells and Tom Jessen, and looks like a lot of little races here and there. There's Michael Day. Seems like he had an incident which sent him to the back. I know he qualified much higher than that, and looks like he's about to make a move. on me. I can't call myself Zane anymore because somebody called me out saying that it's really weird that I call myself in third person. So, but it's also weird that I'm commentating on a race that I'm watching in, that I was in, and anyway, it's weird for me too. So, anyway, what you got? That's it? All right, this battle hasn't changed too much here as Bradley is trying real hard to get in front of Kevin. And, you know, these guys really did not have a good qualifying effort with them, and they were towards the back of the grid. But I'm, you know, knowing these guys, new track, new cars that were still only a second week of getting used to, are probably going to find some speed here towards the end of the race when, you know, things start coming to terms and working with them and finding the nuances of the car and find some more speed.
Okay, fastest lap.
Jesse Olsen with a 1:41.1 is fastest lap.
When do we get to go with someone and read the words?
At somewhere in the 20-minute mark.
Okay, can I tell them?
Can't tell them the names until we ride with somebody. So start thinking about, oh, there goes Brad looking on the inside of Kevin Medina. Takes a light auto turn. Looks like Kevin really went wide, not to lose too much speed. Try to do an over-under, and there he is there coming up to the quarter panel of that Aston Martin, but not quite as much as we see some of the cars in back. Michael Day did get by Zane Plumley, and looks like Zane's probably taking a tow from him as well. And it looks like somebody's leaving the commentary booth. What's up with that? Don't try to sneak out of here. I'm calling you out. You better bring back snacks. So I'm all alone. Just me and...
That's Cassie's job.
Well, whatevs. So I'm here all alone with me and Jason Aldean and his bourbon, which is really good. It's definitely worth the try. It's not one of the most expensive ones, so that's good. Won't break the bank. So there's a good look at the chicane that we're not using this week. I know the Fuji does have that chicane in there. With the GT4 cars, decided to open it up a little bit and allow them to, you know, there's not a lot of power in these cars. I know the horsepower on them on paper looks good, but compared to a lot of the other stuff that we race, it's really not that powerful. So there goes Brad, you know, taking a wide arc and turn to get on the power nice and early. You see the car squirming a little bit, trying to get some traction. That corner is very mysterious. You cannot get on the power too hard, or else you'll see the guys, you know, in the first lap that had actually crashed out. And, you know, because it seems like it's off camber is what it felt like to me when I was actually in the car. Oh, here comes Kevin Medina now, taking advantage of the draft with his lower downforce setting. So is he being able to go on the outside? Both jam on the brakes. You see the nose of the car just dive into the ground as they try to go through. And looks like Kevin might have held up a little bit there, had to get off the gas so he didn't run into Brad. And Brad, I know, is trying all he can. So this is the part of the track that Brad has really got to get on going with his car if he's really running a higher downforce and use that, you know, to his advantage. So right back out front, we still have Andrew Gatorick using up all the road that he can, going through some of the other sections. Oh, I see a plate and a kid, and I have no idea what's on the plate. And oh, a lot of brownies that she was being fancy and holding like a French chef and almost flung it at me like a frisbee. So, oh my goodness. All right, so a lot of cars are still, as you see on the leaderboard that's over there, there's more than half the field is within a second of a car that is in front. So that is, you know, a good testament of really how well the cars are, and also to that what someone was mentioning after the race, which was neat, is they really, being in this league for so long, I mean, working on our, you know, way past 2 years in the league, and I forgot how many broadcasts or how many races, haven't counted them lately, but a lot of the guys, the majority of the guys here have been with us, you know, since I think it's been May or June of 2020. So being able to race with these guys week in and week out every Wednesday for most of the year has, you know, allowed these guys really to get dicey, and allowed, as Brad's weaving back and forth to break the draft, to allow them to race side by side because they're so used to each other, and there's a lot of sportsmanship. And we've gone through all of the crying and whining and complaining about this, that, and the other, and we just, as our title sponsor says, we just shut up and we just drive it, is what we do. So speaking of shut up and drive it, missing Eric this week from Shut Up and Drive It. So we're not going to see Mr. Chicken Legs.
Oh, well, Dean Dibdall just actually went out.
Yep, he did after his spin and crash. And even though he did have a fast repair, so I'm not sure why he did leave the track. I mean, it was still early in the race, and he is pretty quick. So not sure why he left, but I'm sure he had good reason. Maybe he had homework.
These brownies are awesome.
How awesome are they?
So awesome that you can let me talk and you can try them.
Okay, so start talking. I'm eating.
Oh, don't worry. The white stuff, it's just the batter.
Okay. Whoa! Michael Cabrera. What happened to Banana Man? He went wide, and there he is cutting the grass again, just like 2 years ago.
Excuse you. You are not allowed to cut the grass, Mr. E. Brownie. How about I go to the leaderboard?
That's a good idea. Why don't you go down the leaderboard?
Andrew Gatorade.
Take your time. I got a big brownie. I'm not going to correct you on the names if you get them wrong.
Okay. Andrew Gatorade. Oliver Bellinger. Bellinger. Ryan Flannery. That's right?
You want help with that one?
No, I got it.
It's quitting time.
Oh, right. Quentin D. Beaver.
Not to be confused with Justin Bieber.
Justin Bieber. Justin Hall, Jesse Olsen, Tom Jessen, Crispy Wells. Today he'll be Charles, so Charles Wells. Oh, Charles Pizer.
Who's Pizer?
Oh, I've been watching Just Add Magic. He's the bad guy.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah, not the inappropriate show that Cassie, Emma, and Mom watch.
Oh, okay.
Invisible race car. Chris.
He gets bonus points for that one.
I know, I love it.
That's a great one.
He really is. Chris Wells, Bradley Alvis, Michael Day, Kevin Medina, like the cat. Fastest lap, Brian Flannery.
Ooh, 141.1.
Wow, you wrote the Brian pretty quick.
I got a big mouth.
Jesse also with the fastest lap. Where was it? Zane Plumley, Shane Brown, Justin Barrera, Bjorn Stage, Banana Man, and Dean Dibdow.
All right. So there goes Justin inside pit lane. Actually, both Justins. So Justin Hall. And I think I did set up a pit lane cam.
We should have some kind of party where everyone in this league, or who is in this race, and Dean Dibdall and whoever is out, I don't know. Yeah, everyone in this league should come over to our house and taste some of my brownies.
Bring it on, but they got to drive to Tennessee.
Okay. See you tomorrow.
All right, back on track with some of the action here, following with Tom Jessen in 6th place, who's only like 1.2 seconds back from Jesse Olsen, and trying to move forward. You see the track starting to get a dark mark through there, so the car is leaving some pieces of rubber around the track on the preferred line, so it's called rubbering in. And that section there, that's a little more grades because a lot of people take a much different line through there. But the trick, because it's so long of a straightaway, people usually take a wider arc and a later apex to get on the gas earlier.
What lap will be halfway?
For here, somewhere in like 22, at 22 minutes. Oh no.
What?
My little coaster thing stuck to the bottom of my drink, and then I picked it up and it flew off. It's like a flying saucer.
You're a flying saucer.
Your mom's a flying saucer.
Don't start. You've been around the girls too much.
Okay, so
Oh, Cassie
luckily
did
my
bring
wife
something
doesn't
home.
listen to these broadcasts.
I will show her this one.
All right, let's check in on some of the racing action here as
Wait,
Mr.
there's something wrong with Justin Barrera. He's blue.
Oh, he's a lap down, unfortunately, so we'll have to fight to get his lap back. But he did pit before a lot of other people. Banana Man's in the pits. I think he needs to get some damage fixed. So Justin Hall, who was the first person to pit, you can see his time there, including his pit stop, is the 2:24. So he will be, we'll keep an eye on him to see how much he's moving up the rank. So I guess he's going for a major underwear undercut before anybody else. Don't ask. So it's a racing thing.
Can you explain it to me?
Not right now. So he's trying to pit before everybody else and see how it actually works. So there goes Justin Barrera by Banana Man in the pits. And Bjorn, who had an early incident on, is now caught up to Shane Brown, car number 69. He does love that Mercedes. He was using the GT3 version of that as well toward the end of last season, and he's very happy to have that green stripe on it. That's kind of his trademark thing, is car 69, and whoa, taking a very inside line, and I think there's the two AMG Petronas cars. Petronas is an F1 team.
Patronus is like Harry Potter.
Oh my God, you had to go there.
What? What? Do you have a grudge against Harry Potter?
This is racing. All right, moving on. Sip of bourbon.
Don't
reset.
get lit.
I can get lit like a light switch.
No.
All right, so there. So wide takes a Shane turn. Shane takes a wide turn. Don't know if he meant to do that or not, but he is definitely a gentleman driver and doesn't like to hold people up. And even though he does love to race and he does love to be here, and I know he works very hard in this league, he is picking up a lot of pace, which is good because, you know, when he first started in the league, he was like 5 seconds back, and then last season he was a couple seconds back. You know, now he's right on par with the guys. You know, unfortunately, I mean, with me as well in the back.
We have 20 seconds to pick someone and get that thing on. I'm sorry I interrupted.
Get what? Hoobity whatty?
Pick someone. It's 21 minutes.
You pick someone.
I don't know.
What do you mean? Just pick somebody on the list. Oh, you know what we
Justin
forgot?
Hall.
Justin Hall?
Sorry, I really want to be on time. I'm really stressed out.
Well, where's he at?
And
we can ride it. Yeah. Well, I mean, they're in the seat now.
Okay.
Hold on, we're not there yet. He's got to go past the start finish line. So, are we in the side seat or in the driver's seat?
Side seat.
Side seat. Okay. Well, he's got a couple more corners here, and then he's gonna go and back end got a little loose on that one.
Here you go.
All right, what do you mean here you go? Oh, am I pointing to the corners?
I don't know. You usually do.
All right, so he is out of the last corner on that long straight. So we'll ride with Justin Hall. So we're actually his puppy. We're in the puppy seat. All right, so we're on the straight, which doesn't have a name. So we'll just name it Shut Up and Drive It Straight. Okay, and we're going into turn 1, which is now named...
Don't pee your pants.
Which I did a lot last night because it's a scary corner. And then this little turn coming up right here is called...
Hold on to your helmet.
Yep, not your steering wheel, your helmet. So moving on to turn 3, which was normally called Coca-Cola corner, is now called...
Have a Coke and a smile and shut up and drive it.
Yes, love that. All right, number 4.
Happy.
That's an easy one. There's Mount Fuji in the back. All right. Going around 100R into...
Hi.
And then...
Do not pass me.
Yep, don't pass me into...
Blimp.
And then...
Sock.
And then...
Thor.
Like the god?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sweet. Going into...
Dollop of Daisy.
Dunlop of Daisy.
No, it's Dollop of Daisy.
Oh, okay.
Haven't you ever seen the commercial?
Into 13.
What is it? Oh, it's Kittens.
And then
Puppies.
And the last corner coming up right in our view is called
Sonic Boom by Chris Wells.
Oh, and she did name the straight. The straight is named?
Who Wants Beer?
I do.
That's 15.
Oh, I thought that was Puppy. All right, so there is your one.
14.
Why am I still holding the keyboard?
Okay, you're done.
I have no idea.
You're done.
I'm beyond done. I'm toasty. All right. So how about we jump out of the car
and
boom.
Have a brownie.
I already had a brownie.
So we can have one.
All right. So with let's see who. Andrew Gatorick is in second place with these two. Yeah, with Ollie right there. So they're still nose to tail. So a great thing, and this is not picking on Andrew, but some people may think it is. He is actually in a front-engined, rear-wheel drive car, and believe it or not, he didn't spin. I know he tries to pick these cars. For his real-life car is an MR2, which is mid-engine rear-wheel drive, and obviously those things, when they have a snap steer or they get out of control, they just go crazy. And he normally picks cars that are mid-engine. And he does do a lot of spinning, unfortunately, which if you've watched any other episodes, I'm not lying. Sorry, Andy. But now that he is in, this Mercedes front engine rear wheel drive, he's been able to keep this thing pretty tamed and at the front of the pack, and knowing, how fast he normally is doing well. Loving the pink wheels, though. What do you think of that?
Love it.
Sweet. So Ryan Flannery now made up a little bit of time as he's rocking that green Friend Motorsport paint job. I do like that one. It seems almost like military-ish, kind of cool. So whoever made the liveries for you guys, they're phenomenal. Really, really enjoy those. They're great.
I hope you guys have your mailbox with free space, because I'm giving a bunch of points out.
It's been a long time before you've given points out.
It also has been a long time since we've done a race.
It has been. We did take so we had the TCR League, unfortunately, and hate to talk about bad things, but things got a little out of control with some of the members, and tried to reel them in, and then had a little bit of attitudes in there. So we decided that we weren't going to go ahead and do broadcasts for that kind of. There goes Ollie into the pits. We're going to do a broadcast for people, and kind of weeded some people out. Last season we did something for fun, just for us to find out who really wanted to race with us, and we enjoyed it. But now we're back. Different rules, different team rules, which we'll go over a little bit later if I didn't do it the first time, but I think I did. And Lexi got your hand up and a mouthful of brownie. So which one do you want first?
My hand up.
Okay. You talk, I drink.
I made Mount Fuji out of brownie.
Sweet. Oh, that is sweets, because it's brownie's got sugar.
Now I'm going to eat Mount Fuji. Like I intended in the first place. Like, you know what I mean.
I do know what you mean. All right, here goes Bjorn. Passing some people in the pit. So there's a few guys in the pit. So Ollie, Shane Brown went in there as well. And, something that's also great about the league that I want to talk about as well is the diversity of not only location. I know that I'm in Tennessee. There's a couple other guys in Tennessee. I think Quentin is as well. But Florida is? Yeah, Florida is a majority of where a lot of the drivers are. But a lot of guys from Georgia that came over with Jesse after he moved from Orlando up to Georgia. Brad's from Texas. He moved out there. So we're in, I think, someone from Carolinas. And Michael Day has international on his. So he must be flying over space somewhere, driving in his rig as he goes through. And but we're really happy to have these guys all across the Southeast and Midwest. And nonetheless, we have fun. And this is why Lexi and I are here as well, because why?
To have fun.
Right. And drink something.
I made another Mount Fuji, but bigger.
How can it be bigger if you ate some?
I don't get it.
You ate some. All right, everybody, look at everybody is ducking in the pits. Look at that awful pit entry. You think it's nice. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cars.
Oh.
Look at that. 1, 2. So yeah, everybody from 1st to 9th has gone into pit lane. Nope, there's 10th. So it was not a lot of differential strategy. 11th.
11.
Yeah. So Justin Hall, who is in 12th, where's he at? So he pitted first, and he is now on the straight. Let's see. So Andrew Gatorick is coming out. Ryan Flanner. Yeah. So these guys are starting to come out, but Justin is at full speed, and if you can see what's happening on the track map up there, let's get some initials going. You can see where everyone is.
Justin Hall just went up a lot.
He sure did. He went up to 5th place, and right up alongside his Shut Up and Drive It partner there. Oh no, I'm sorry. That's Jesse. I'm sorry. That's not Bradley. So appreciate Jesse for making the 80s livery for our team. Do like that. You can't miss us. I mean, you can see us a mile away. I mean, you can probably even see us like in blimp mode. Yep, there we are.
Very pretty. Where is the thing that shows us how much they've gone down and up?
Oh, you want that stuff?
So we can do the Shake and Bake Award.
Where is that?
Where is that? I don't know.
How's that?
Good.
I found a button.
I don't get it.
I don't know. I don't get it either.
Okay, our shake, who's been shaking all the way up, is Bradley Alvis with 8. And
Team Meatball.
What's Meatball? Oh, right, Meatball.
Rad Meatball Racing.
You're a rad.
And
meatball.
who got baked?
Who got baked? It is a tie between Oliver Bellinger and Tom Jessen with 9. They are getting baked, son. Or man.
Oh, good thing I've never gotten baked before. Okay, so.
Yes, sir.
Well, when you start in the back, you can't fall that many places.
Well, now you're all the way up to 10th.
Yeah, I'm sure that won't last. But anyway, here are the 3 guys here. I have no idea. So this is 4th, 5th, and 6th, all close together, and which is nice. I mean, we're definitely past the halfway point. So 14 minutes left, and no one in this league, even though the tires are very, very sensitive to overheating on these GT4 cars, you know. Even though the pressures aren't down and the wear isn't down, but overheating does affect them and does cause a big change in grip that you almost have to slow down to start cooling off the tires. There was a joke in the chat, so we're all racing, we're all in the same chat or a couple chats, and somebody talks about their tires overheating, and somebody says, well, just drive on the grass, it'll cool them off. So, whoa, you cut some air there, Justin did. And Shane Brown back in the pit again, unfortunately. There's Michael Cabrera. So
wait, where's who's the disco guy?
The disco guy?
Like, yeah, the disco guy with the disco cat.
Oh, you're talking about Daniel. He's not here this week.
Daniel, yep. DJ, what?
Yeah, he does a lot of volunteer work. For some groups, I think he... Like
volunteering?
Yeah, I think he has a high volunteer position or on the board for one of the playhouses down in Florida, meaning...
I want to volunteer to go to the shelter so I can see the animals.
I volunteer to go to a track.
You can do that?
Yep. Oh, I also volunteered to be a bourbon taster.
You did?
Yes. I also volunteer to put on a league so everyone can have some fun. So we can sit here on Thursday nights and say funny things and drink alcohol. Well, I drink alcohol. You don't drink alcohol.
You're lit.
I just might be. All right.
But you can't. I guess I'm okay with you getting drunk. But there's one rule. You can never get as drunk as Tony Stark.
Oh, well, I don't have an Iron Man suit.
So you're not going to have a party.
I could have a party.
No, your friend's gonna take your
Oh, look how close that was. You can smell the exhaust from here.
Ew. Wait, right?
Yeah, so
you don't like gas?
Jesse is the cream in this racing Oreo right now between Quentin and Justin Hall.
I'm not quitting. I miss, wait.
Who?
No, wait,
Huh?
Never mind, I don't think he's here anymore.
Oh, okay. All right, on to the front straight, so let's...
Wait, can I say it? Who it
go.
is?
To who, what?
Who is...
Where's New Guy? We got to get New Guy's rig set up.
Who's a new guy?
Well, he was a new guy, then he was a gone guy, and he needs to be a new guy again because he's been gone for so long. Yeah, Matt Jackson.
Oh, our uncle?
Yeah.
He used to race?
Yeah.
With us?
Yep. And an Audi R8.
Huh. It has been a long time.
It has been a long time.
So this is front view. I like that.
Yep. Whoa, look at Jesse side by side as the preferred line going through.
Oh!
I think I skinned my forehead.
Wait.
Because it's so close to the screen. Man, Justin Hall all over the back end of Quentin through there. Jesse Olsen now onto a podium position, but this race is far from over. And I know a lot of people have, I don't want to say complain, but they're like, oh, this track, this is crazy, blah, blah, blah. But in the end, after it was all said and done, everybody got in the chat afterwards. They like to talk about, if there's any incidents or, apologies or whatnot. But everybody really did enjoy this track, and I don't see this one going away like some of the other tracks that come out on iRacing, and they're great for a season, and iRacing does try to throw them into every season that they can for all the different cars and classes. But this has been a fan favorite for so long, being in so many other video games, Gran Turismo being the most notable one, but they're also in some other ones. So it's great. So when they decided to announce, so look at it, the draft, definitely in the draft, now going by Quentin. So Justin Hall about to take 4th place on this big old stretch that they got here, winding those engines out all the way to red line, all the way to top gear. And he is, past him, even though they're half a second apart. So Michael Day and Bradley both putting in their fastest lap. So there's Brad. So we switch back there. See Brad, there he is. Can't miss him. He's got the brightest of the 3 Rad Meatball Motorsports.
Oh, wait, I thought
group.
that was
Whoa,
yours.
way wide. Takes a 1X on that one. I'm sorry, what'd you ask?
I said I thought that was yours.
Well, we all look the same,
Like
but we
yours.
have different base colors. So Brad has a purple base color, and Jesse has a black base color, and mine is a teal base color. And I picked teal with the pink and everything else because being born and raised in Miami, definitely in the 80s with Miami Vice, I figured that was a better paint job that suited me. All right, so up front, Andrew Gator. Whoa, look at that. 6 seconds clear of the race. I'm not exactly sure what happened. I know in replay mode, I don't have the ability to go back and check some of the incidents to see, but he has pulled away from Ryan in 2nd place, running 6 seconds back. So, and then Jesse in 3rd. So the real fight really is the last spot on the podium, as Jesse Olsen is holding on to that one. But Justin Hall is quickly coming in as Justin Hall is sniffing that draft. You can see him closing in real close. See if he's going to pop out or stay in there, with 7 minutes left. And with this race and these times, probably only about 4 or 5 laps left. So, whoa, there goes Bradley wide again. I'm surprised that's not a slowdown, being as wide as that is. But he's definitely racking up the incident points. So one of the things that we do have with the iRacing service is being able to pick how many incident points a driver can have. That's going off track, spinning, hitting another car, or losing control. And the points add up all the way. If you get 17 points, you have to do a drive-through. So, whoa, there goes Quentin on the inside of Brad. Oh, and turns him. gets in the quarter panel, but then sends him straight again and says, hey, by the way, sorry about that, but I'm going to take the place anyway. So we'll see how that plays out. If Brad is going to, if Jesse is going to come back and, put some vengeance on Quentin, put a little voodoo move on him as the guys catch air in that last turn over there going through the last section. So that does take some of the pressure off of Justin Hall with 6 minutes left. That's going to be a tough one, but those two guys being in the draft together might be able to work their way back up into Justin Hall. So for Justin, winning the pits around third place, pit early, and then came out and everyone cycled and ended up in third place again. So not sure there's no way you can make up 5 seconds that he has on Ryan, doing an undercut that early. But, he definitely tried, and he is still in there.
So sorry. I think my shirt was on my mic.
I think you fell asleep.
Why?
All right, so there's Jesse now closing in on the draft there of Quentin. Takes a little bit tighter line. And we're going to definitely keep an eye on this one. So there's Bjorn. Bjorn is now within a second of Zane Plumley down in 11th. So Bjorn, who's so fast. Ask me how fast he is.
How fast?
He's so fast, he can go backwards and finish the race faster than anybody else. She's just smiling at me like I'm an idiot, which I kind of am.
No, you're not. Why would you think I was saying you're an idiot?
All right, so Zane goes a little bit wide. I think his brakes or tires may be giving out on him with just 5 minutes left of the race. And that allows Bjorn to close in through there. Zane's using all the curbs. Everything is, catching air here and moving there. Definitely taking a tighter line through this 100R or 300R, whichever one that is. It's one of the RRs. So, and I think his tire. Oh yeah, definitely his tires are going. You can see the back end of the car getting very, very loose, and that Mercedes does have a lot of legs in it as they're coming into the Dunlop Dollop Daisy. What'd you call it?
What?
What? The corner, the Dunlop corner.
Dollop of Daisy.
All right, so there are these guys, and we want to go back and check out what's going on up front for that last position there. So Jesse and Quentin. Whoa, Quentin just blew the corner, which allowed Jesse to go through easily there and actually put a gap on him now of 8 seconds. And if Jesse can get the hammer down, especially in his last set of corners here, that he should be able to break the draft, which he is trying to do. Chris Wells now moving in within a second. So some other races coming in. Here's Tom Jessen on his teammate with Banana Man, and these guys are racing. So real quick, I know we only have about 3 minutes left of the race to talk about the teams that we have. They're 3 driver teams, but there are 2 declared drivers. So driver 1, driver 2. So the driver 1 is the captain. Driver 2 is not the backup, but co-principal, I guess. And then there's an alternate driver, which is really like a Formula 1 test driver that needs to step up and get into a car if one of the other drivers can't drive. So the team points, the way they go is the first, the 2 cars that are declared, the one, 2 drivers, theirs are counted, and the third person, the alternate, is not counted unless one of the other cars are not available to race for that weekend.
Wait, did you nudge me?
I did nudge you. I can nudge you harder, but you might fall off the sim. I nudged you. You got to talk.
Okay. What is that paper you're holding?
It is the teams.
Can I go down the leaderboard?
You do. You one last time to go through because it's going to be tough. I don't know how much is going to change through some of these guys.
Ryan. Oh, it's Chris Wells. He's a good guy. Andrew Gatorade, Ryan Flannery, Justin Hall, Jesse Olsen.
Quentin. It's Quentin time.
Quentin D. Beaver. Justin. Michael Day, Bradley Alvis, Chris Wells.
Oh, one thing about Chris Wells, at this point, he does not have a single incident point, so he's running a clean race. He's going to get some bonus points for that.
Kevin Medina, Oliver
Little
Billinger.
Kevy.
Bjorn Stage, Zane Plumley, my boss, Justin Barrera, Tom Jessen, Banana Man, Shane Brown, Dean Dibdahl, and I have to say that a bunch of these people were red. Now they're not red, and now, oh, he changed. Oh, because he's in pit lane. But,
Banana Man went to pit again?
Yes,
but he wanted ice cream. A banana split.
Oh. Tom Jessen and Shane Brown are one lap behind.
Yep. All right, so 44 minutes, so 45 minutes. So this must be the last lap. And to go through, I mean, Andrew is pretty much just put a hurting on the field, 5 seconds away from everybody else. And I mean, pending any issues, hopefully, I mean, not going to spin. I'm not going to put the curse on him, but he's not into a mid-engine car. So I'm pretty sure that his nerves must be going. He's won once before, I believe, inside the league. And this is probably, I think, his second win. So good for him. Glad to see him up there. Glad to see a lot of different winners as well. We've seen Justin Hall and Jesse and Ryan, Michael Day. So it's Ollie. So it's nice to spread some of the love and some of the wins that we have here as we're keeping an eye up. There he goes, catching some air in the last sector, which is sector 3, which is definitely a very, very tough sector, especially on the tires as well. You don't want to overuse them too much, but if you heat them up a little bit, you have a straightaway that will allow them to cool off as well. So last corner coming up the hill before it falls out and out of camber, and he should get on the power nice and easy. There he is there. I can probably go ahead and say it with that kind of lead. He is, oh, no, that's not what I wanted. Oh, that's what I wanted. All right, there's Andrew Gatorade and taking a win here at Fuji. Fuji, yes.
Just think of foodie.
Yep, Ryan Flannery second, Justin Hall in third. Jesse edges out Quentin by less than half a second for 5th place in there, so Jesse gets 4th. There goes Michael Day, and Quentin just put in his fastest lap of the race, which is great on the last race. Bradley and Chris Wells, close one, but another top 10 for Chris as well. So glad to see him moving up. He's slowly getting up there, and pretty soon with a lot of the fast guys are up there. Kevin Medina and Ollie, 9th and 10th. Ollie ended up getting a penalty for speeding in the pits, which is why he fell from the top down to 10th place. So he had a 40-second hold, I believe. Bjorn and Zane, look at that, half a second between them, and Zane puts in his fastest lap of the race on the last lap again as well. So Justin Barrera comes through. Banana Man has also come through a lap down, and just waiting on Tom Jessen and Shane Brown. So it's been a great race. I can say that, a lot of battles going through. What would you say about that?
I'd say it's pretty good.
Pretty good? All right. So with our groups and our teams that we have, here's what we have after week number 2. So we have Swift Racing with 100 points. Rad Meatball Motorsports leading everybody with 235. Family Motorsports at 134. Mother Racing Motorsports is Team 4 with 99 points. Team 5, 187. I believe that puts them into 2nd place, which is Friend Motorsports. They had a really good outing this week. And team number 6, Three's Company, 143 points there as well. So that pretty much covers everything that we have, wouldn't you say?
Yep.
Yep?
Yep. Oh, and I am learning how to do a donut.
Oh, yep, you were on the sim this past week.
Yes,
learning how to do
still
some
haven't
donuts.
learned how to do it quite yet.
All right, so that concludes what we have for Fuji this week. Thank you. And it's time to say goodbye. Next week we are at Barcelona, so we'll be very happy if you join us for that as well. And thank you for your Friday morning watcher and viewers that we have. I know Brad and Chris Wells, and if there's any others, if there's anything you need to say, drop a note or post below. We'll be happy to get back to you, what you like, didn't like, or anything funny you want to add to it. We'd appreciate your comments. So I'm out of things to say. What about you? You got anything to say goodbye?
Bye.
Easy enough. All right. I really appreciate everybody, and we will catch you next week.